I get asked a lot of questions by you guys, and I try to answer all of them as well as I can, whether it be in a comment or a Facebook post or a video here on YouTube. And so I've got a question real quick for you before we get into this, and that is, what is your weakest area in your playing? Put it in the comment section below so we can kind of all have a conversation. There's no egos here. We're all just a bunch of drummers trying to get better. All right, so one of the questions, and I've gotten it several times in the past couple weeks, hence the video, is up-tempo ride patterns. How do you get the technique for that? I was asked in several of my videos when I was doing something. I think it was a Cymbal video. I'm not really sure, but they were asking, how do you get that up-tempo ride pattern? What is that technique that you use? To me, it's always just come natural. I guess it came naturally. At some point, maybe I did go through and learn it, but I kind of wanted to go through real quick. If you're looking to get, whether it be up-tempo jazz or an up-tempo samba or some groove like this. So if we're looking to get a quicker ride cymbal pattern like that, or maybe an up-tempo jazz, what's the technique we use to get that? What you need to realize is, let's first look at the grip of the stick. And the grip of the stick is, we don't want to grip it too far back here, because if we grip it too far, we're going to be choking the stick. If we grip it too far up, we're also going to be choking the stick. There's a sweet spot on that stick where you'll find that it bounces the most, and you can kind of play around. I would say start at the middle of the stick and hit it until you find that spot where you go, oh, whoa, that stick flies back there. That's the sweet spot where you want to grab your fulcrum. And from there, we can start to utilize the natural motion of the stick. So there's a law that says for every action, there's an equal and opposite what? Reaction, right? So if I hit this cymbal, it's going to come back at me. Now, the only thing that's keeping it from immediately coming back and flying like this is my fingers and gravity. If we took away my hand and gravity, say I hit this and automatically I disappear and there's no gravity and we're in space, that would be a phenomenon. I want to see it one day. If we were to do that, whenever I hit this stick would immediately come back and continue that course of motion forever unless a force acted upon it. Okay, so that's a little science lesson for you. But not getting too deep into that, what we need to realize is we can utilize that. So when we hit this and it bounces back, that's energy. We need to take that energy and throw it back in there. How can we do that? Well, we can do that by utilizing our fingers when we're drumming. So what I'll do if I'm playing a pattern like this, so what you'll see is, you'll see me throw the stick. There's a whip throw that happens. It's not molar. Molar would be more of this, right? It's not going to be a molar. It's just more of a whip motion with my wrist where I'm throwing it down on the cymbal and immediately it flies back at me. Now, when it comes back, I'm taking and I'm controlling that with my fingers back here. Now, you can also do this in German grip or French or American grip, but I find it easier, especially on the ride cymbal, to get more motion. And if you watch a lot of jazz drummers that do up-tempo stuff, you'll find that they do this controlled bounce motion while in French grip. So let's watch in slow motion what happens usually with what I do. This is how I do it. So I want you to kind of think about how a snake bites. He hits real quick and then comes back, and that's what we need to be thinking. We need to be thinking, throw the stick down. When it comes back, we just control it with the back of these fingers. Now, I've got some exercises that happen with this. They're called gallops. They're going to be on my new boot camp series. If you haven't downloaded the bass drum boot camp, you should. I'm getting a lot of reviews. A lot of you guys are trying to get up to that advanced level with the bass drum boot camp. I'm kind of getting a kick out of watching you guys try to do it. But it's a great resource for just your kick drum foot. The link's below. You can grab that if you want. It's all downloadable. It's a 5-video series. And the next one I'm doing is called the weak hand boot camp. So we're going to be doing exercises for all the weak hand, whether that be your left or your right hand. One of those exercises is called gallops. You can take the gallops and actually use them on the ride cymbal. Now, what gallops are is it's 2 simple cymbal ostinatos that you probably already know. So 1E and, 2E and, 3E and, 4E and. The second ostinato is 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. What I do is I play each of those ostinatos for a minute at a high tempo. So I'd be going like this for a minute. Now you'll notice wherever the repeated notes are, so there's 3 notes in a row, so whenever I play that second pattern, it goes 1E and a. You'll notice that my throw happens on the and, so 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1E and a, whereas on the first one it happens on the downbeat. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. So those are called gallops. Do each of those for a minute, go back and forth, do it 6, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, and just really get that hand going. It's going to take a little time to build up speed, and you really have to work on controlling that bounce when it happens. So hopefully that answers a few of your questions as far as that goes. Again, put in the comments section your weak area. Let's talk. There's no egos here. Nobody's going to bash you. We're all just drummers trying to get better. And if you like what you hear, you should go check out the live lessons on the website. Links below for it. We'll see you.